You're in trouble now.
I gotta hit the gym again, boy. Well, I have the pastor, I have the reverend
can
there
pray for you.
who would intervene on my behalf, I am sure. Wouldn't you,
A
Reverend?
lot of prayers seem to be needed for your cause.
Yes. He does.
Yes, but
need
I'm not a
Jesus.
lost cause. I'm not a lost.
No one is lost.
Right, there you go. There you go. So we're going to continue our discussion on the 250th anniversary celebration of Methodism in the Americas. I'm proud to say that we found out this morning that Barbados is where it started outside of Britain. the
No,
Methodist-
Antigua.
Antigua, sorry.
But the Caribbean shares in the entire process.
Right.
I think, every now and then we're in the Caribbean, we're either individual islands or we're one Caribbean. And this is one case where we're one Caribbean, and the entire Caribbean shares in the joy of the experience.
And we had moved on from that, and we were talking about a new hymn book, and we were talking about including some of the whole Caribbean experience into that.
And he said they're in there, and you made sure you argued on your aunt's behalf to ensure that the older
Yes,
ones were there.
Yes.
There's some Wesleys
New
that
one.
these older people, they swear by that.
They must have it. They must have it.
Yeah.
But what about, I was thinking, even as you're doing a new hymn book, is there going to be like historical footnotes as to the origin of some of these songs and that sort of thing?
There will be some amount of footnotes in the process as well. Another feature of the hymn book I should indicate is that all 30 national anthems of the nations encompassing the MCCA, or included in the MCCA,
Very nice.
will be included in
That's good.
the hymn book. So I think we'll be unique in that
That's
regard
different for
of
sure.
having a book that will have the national anthems of Barbados, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Honduras, etc., all in one cover.
What about the Sunday school book? You have really been very busy as the publishing officer. There's also a Sunday school book being published that you have authored.
Not authored, I'm more the chief editor
Okay.
for the process. The part of the vision, the goal of the church, as put out by our president, is to ensure that we are a theologically sound church. By theologically sound, meaning that persons must know their faith and be able to argue their faith and be able to defend their faith as the time goes on. The Growing in Fullness materials is a 3-year cycle material. Therefore, every year for 3 years, we'll be producing these church school materials for 5 age levels: under 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 14, 15 plus, I should say 6 age levels, and also adults as well. The beauty of Growing in Fullness is that we are trying to allow the Caribbean to learn about itself. So the materials written in Guyana, for example, will have a little of the Guyanese flavor in it. And so the child in Belize will be able to learn something about Guyana from using the material that is written in Guyana. But not only is it being done across the Caribbean in that regard, we are also publishing in 3 different languages. We are publishing in English, Spanish, and French, because remember, MCCA has 6 languages that encompasses it. Or people in Haiti, because Haiti is a part of the MCCA, will be writing materials. It will be translated into English, used in the English setting, translated into Spanish, and used in Costa Rica and Honduras and Panama as well. So it becomes a tool not only to teach the faith, but also to bring the Caribbean village, as I would put it, a little closer together. So that we will be able to know a little more about each other and a little more about the cultural issues that are involved with each other as well. So it has been a mammoth task in that regard.
It's bringing the Caribbean into the whole, or giving it its rightful place in the Methodism movement. You foresee it being used like in Britain and in other countries?
Yes, I can tell you already that the French version of the French translation of the materials, we have persons in Africa, in West Africa, where the French-speaking nations are asking about the materials already and hoping that this can be used for them.
That's
And the Caribbean diaspora, we're proud people, and anywhere you go to Britain, you can find a West Indian shop. You go to New York, you can also find a West Indian shop. So we like our own, and I think a lot of the persons in the diaspora are asking for this type of material to be used in the Christian education of their children as well.
When will they be ready? The hymn book and the accompanying material for the Sunday school?
The Sunday school materials will be ready for September, this September here. The hymn book will be ready for December, January. I should also mention that along with everything, we are also producing a documentary on Methodism in the Caribbean, what is called the Chapters of Methodism Project. Volume 1 of that project will be ready for the first Sunday in September. We hope that on the first Sunday in September, Barbados will be able to see Chapters of Methodism. And it chronicles in 5 chapters in Volume 1 the movement from the start of Methodism in Antigua and moving to expansion, self-government, or what we call autonomy, the outreach programs of the church, and looking into the future. So quite a lot of work has been put into this year of 250 years.
It should be a very interesting read. I think it will be an interesting journey. One of our own national heroes, Sarah Ann Gill, started Methodism here in Barbados, so it's ingrained in our history as well.
Well, Sarah Ann Gill didn't really start it as much as she was the defender.
An advocate,
She was
yes.
the defender at a time when it would appear that the church was about to dissipate and evaporate and die. Up steps in this strong black woman, colored woman, if you want to call it, who stands up for her faith. She is one of the persons I would describe as one of the strong-willed Caribbean women, not unlike yourself, Cassandra. You know, who knows what she was about and stood very resolutely in the face of great opposition.
Yeah.
And you think about it, as I said, this is not unlike many of our Caribbean women today.
Exactly.
You know?
She put herself out there. She put herself at risk, but she stood for something. And they say if you don't stand for anything,
You're
you
going to
fall for anything.
anything. That's quite true.
Yes, it's been great talking with you.
Been a pleasure.
Thank you for sharing your sense of humor with us as well at this time in the morning, Reverend Paul Douglas Walfall. And he is the publishing officer with the Methodist Church. And we've been talking about the celebrations that started since the beginning of the year, the 250th anniversary of the Methodist Church, and much clearly to do. So come September, there'll be a brand new Sunday school book, and the hymn book comes around between December and January. So we look forward to it. You go, Colin. We're going to break on that tune. Keep it going.
You go, boy.
My Savior's blood.
We'll be back.
Boy, for me.
Colin, the hymn singer.
Boy.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.